far we have learned about Python, that what is Python and why we are choosing Python as a programming language. But to write a Python code, definitely we need some kind of environment where we write some codes, right? So basically, there are three types of environment in to write your codes, right? And those are your text editor, your full IDE, and node environment, right? So let's discuss one by one what are those environments, right? So text editor, basically to write any code we need some kind of text editor. We'll write some code and we'll save that code and we can use that code, right? So to write the Python code, basically I would recommend Sublime editor, because it has many code base facility, like you can see this one is Sublime editor. And if you go to the syntax section, you can see it has a huge library. Like if you want to write C code, you can write it. If you want C++, you can write it. If you want to write a Golang or Erlang code, you can write it. If you want HTML, you can write it. If you want Python, then also you can write it. You can see this one Python, or as well as every language it has. So rather than choosing different tools for different editor for different languages, choose a single editor which will provide the facility to write every language's codes, right? So it will help. Similar is Atom, but I haven't used Atom, so I cannot comment on that. But yes, in industry, many of us are using Atom, right? Okay. So but the problem with the editor is you cannot execute your codes, right? So to execute your code, definitely we need some customized plugin using which we can execute it. But that is very complex way to go with that, right? Next is your full IDE version, right? Uh, this provides development environment design especially for Python, right? Next is full ID. Full ID basically provides a development environment especially designed for your Python, right? So you can use this one, because in Notepad it is difficult to write your very large programs, right? So IDE provides the simplicity to write your big programs, right? The problem with this full IDE version is only the community editions are free, whereas the other versions are not free, right? So it is chargeable. So better to not to go with this. But if you are in industry, the industry persons are using this because it has many library function already included in this full ID, right? So most popular are Python and Spider. Next is your notebook version. Like notebook version, basically I would recommend a notebook version because it's very easy to learn, uh, and simply you provide your input and you will get some output next to each other. I will show you the demo in the demo part. And especially the Jupyter notebook is very popular nowadays, and many of the industry expert as well as the students are using this because of its simplicity, and it's very simple, guys. Definitely I will show you in the demo, but for a short I can show you. This one is basically the Jupyter notebook edition. I will come and explain what are the things available over there and how you can use this Jupyter notebook, right? So far, we have seen your three different text editor, full ID, and your notebook environment, right? In these different three different environment, there are many tools. I have chosen the most popular one in the three section. But to develop your code, to write your code, it's up to you that which editor or which IDE you want to use. So it's up to you.